Today's session is regarding one of the grammatical units in your workbook, comprehension passages. Okay, there have been few comprehension passages which are given in your workbook. Could also work out on more comprehension passages from other sources as well, right? Like online journals and magazines and other online texts. You can also as well use some of the very short stories which could also be framed for the learning of comprehension passages. Okay, so comprehension passages basically involve listening skills. If we are listening to somebody, and that's exactly what we are going to do in this session, that you are going to listen to the small passage, okay, on the topic of voting. Okay, voting in America, this is the topic of today's passage here. I am going to read out the passage, and later on there are 4 or 5 questions to be answered on the passage. Okay, some of them bear direct answers, some of them expect derivative answers from the readers, okay, or listeners. So comprehension passage is one such skill which demands and hones the reading and listening and writing and thinking and communicative skills of students. Okay, so let us read and see. This is the passage which I am going to read. Though it is from your workbook, let me tell you that it is an excerpt, it is a derivation, it is a small chunk, small part, small passage of 2 paragraphs derived from yet another lengthy essay on voting, okay, on the topic of voting. So let us read the passage and see what it conveys and what kind of questions you are asked to answer on the passage. Okay, so it is of 2 paragraphs. Let us begin now. It begins like this. Voting is the privilege for which wars have been fought, protests have been organized, and editorials have been written. No taxation without representation was a battle cry of the American Revolution. Women struggled for suffrage, as did all minorities. 18-year-olds clamored for the right to vote, saying that if they were old enough to go to war, they should be allowed to vote. Yet Americans have a deplorable voting history. The second paragraph here says, interviewing people about their voting habits is revealing. There are individuals who state that they have never voted. Often they claim that their individual vote doesn't matter. Some people blame their absence from the voting booth on the fact that they do not know enough about the issues. In a democracy, we can express our opinions to our elected leaders, but more than half of us sometimes avoid choosing the people who make the policies that affect our lives. Okay, so this is an excerpt, a passage on comprehension passages. Okay, it's a kind of skill, it's going to hone your reading, listening and writing skills as well. Okay, so now let us look into the questions, the relevant questions on the passage, and what you are expected to answer for these questions. Okay. See, there are few, there are two aspects to it. Comprehension passages. Sometimes in exams you will be given passage and you will also be given questions, for which you have to frame the answers through your reading of the passage. Okay. Some of them are, as I said previously, derivative answers which you need to derive, extract and infer from your reading of the passage, and sometimes you will not be sometimes you will get direct answers, but sometimes it is also possible that you will be asked to frame the questions and answer those questions. Okay. So for that you have to first keep answers in your mind. Keeping those answers, you will have to frame the questions. Okay. So these are the two ways in which you can expect the questions in the examination based on the section of comprehension passages. Okay. So now it was just a little diversion to guide you on how the questions will appear in the question paper. So coming back to the passage, let us read the questions one by one with possible answers and see whether they fit into the expected questions as answers. Okay. The first question is, what is the primary argument of the passage? It is quite self-explanatory, right? The answer is quite evident. The argument of the passage is that, the basic line of the argument is that all of us should actively participate in voting so that we elect leaders who are responsible for framing policies which govern our lives. Okay. So the second question is, by choosing the word clamored, the author implies, it's there in the first paragraph, right, where the author says 18-year-olds clamored. So clamored here means raising voice or claiming, for raising your voice and claiming your rights. So that's exactly what the author means by the word clamored here. Okay. Then the third question is, which minority group fought for their right? That is also there in the first paragraph. It says that women along with other minorities. So other minorities are not mentioned in the passage. So the answer could be women. Okay. You can also use the single word women. Okay. You can also write it in sentence. Women's group or women's movement is the minority group which fought for their right. Okay. And fourth question is, why is the voting history of America lamentable? Okay. Why is it lamentable? Because of though people clamored and claimed for their rights, you find that many people believe that their vote do not make much difference in the governance of the country. So that is why the people do not go to vote. They think that how does it make any difference whether they vote or they do not vote. Such thinking has led people in America not to go for voting. So that makes the voting history of America pathetic. Lamentable here means a sad state of affairs. So that has made American voting history lamentable. Okay. So the last and the fifth question on the passage is, state any one reason for the citizens to avoid voting with reference to the passage. Why do citizens generally avoid voting? First thing is, as we previously said, they feel that it doesn't make any difference whether they vote or they don't vote. The country's governance doesn't depend on that. That could be one reason. Another possible reason could be ignorance. That in the last but third line of the second paragraph, the author says, many people claim that they do not go for voting, absence in voting booth on the fact that they do not know enough about the issues. They do not know what is happening in their own countries, in and around them, so they do not opt for voting.